Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Spilling Tea with Chris G. Yes, you guys, I am back. I know you guys are probably like, what happened to her? But I had a lot going on. I was in a few things, and I have a full time job. And then the editor of my videos, my sister, she had her finals, so that was important. So everything was kind of at the same time. But really quick, for my hair video that I was featured in, shout out to Hair by J. Nicole. She is local here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And yes, she did do my hair. She did my color and my cut. This is 2 weeks in and my hair still looks fabulous. And it was going to grow out into ombre. So I thank her for, letting me be a part of her tutorial for her hair video. So I appreciate that. And she does excellent work. So please, you guys check her out. Her name is Hair by J. Nicole on Instagram. But anyways, let's get into my reviews of Basketball Wives LA. I'm going to go ahead and start from the episode that aired on Monday. I might slide in a few things from the past episodes because I have been watching you guys, of course. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and hit you guys with some tea as well. So let's get back into it. For my first highlight, Tammy, Reggie, and Jazz had sat down because they were going to interview surrogates. Now, first off, didn't know you could interview surrogates. Had no idea that that was a process that you did. I thought that the agency that you had got the surrogates from did all that, and then you just looked at a little flip book, and then you just pick one. But you just close your eyes and it. But I had no idea. So yeah, they're looking at these surrogates. They had three come to the house. One, she was real young. She was like 24 years old, and the other two were in their 30s. One was 30, and I think the other one was 32 years old. Little redhead chick. Tammy really liked her up until she said that when Tammy asked her, are you into drugs? She says she's into drugs, but light drugs, nothing heavy. You're gonna be carrying my baby. I don't want my baby to be a drug addict before it even comes out the womb here, because you like light drugs. Light drugs, it's drugs, boo. What is light drugs? I don't know. What is that, like ecstasy? Is that like, you do a little mushroom from here and there? I mean, what is a light drug? The other one was high, smoking weed, and she wanted to move into Tammy's house. No, don't know you. I don't know why you would want to even move into my house. And the other little young lady, she was just really young. And I think that Tammy was just saying, like, you've never been a surrogate before. And the other two, they have been surrogates before. But the little young one was saying that she's never been a surrogate before. And that, I think Tammy just felt like, girl, you too young to be trying to, be surrogating my baby. So, I'm trying to give you a chance. I mean, yeah, the shmoney could be right. They got advertisements talking about you can get paid up to $50,000 to be a surrogate. But, I think Tammy just kind of wanted somebody who was more seasoned. And, Reggie was looking for somebody with some wide hips, because he was saying, I need to make sure that if I got a big old baby, I need to make sure she able to carry it. Jazz is just worried about if they from like a rob the cradles type of situation where they change their mind and they end up stealing the baby. She was just telling Tammy about all these Lifetime movies, and Tammy is like, I don't know about this. I think still Tammy is still unsure about it, but we'll see. I mean, I'm excited if they do have a baby or adopt or whatever, hey, at least Tammy is trying to give Reggie, that family. On to my second highlight. Sanaya and Evelyn meet up at the nail salon to just go over what happened in Palm Springs. So a few episodes back, Evelyn invited the girls to Palm Springs. Jackie invited Malaysia, which is why Malaysia keeps saying that she's not a +1, but technically she's a +1 who added another +1, which caused all the drama. Anyways, so Sanaya got real drunk, had to be carried out. Jackie did make the comment and say that Sanaya was a liability, but, we'll talk about that on why Jackie keeps saying that she's denying it. So Ev and Sanaya, they were basically talking, and Ev told her, basically like things had got out of hand. I hired you to be a stylist, but then you got in the middle between Kristen and her sister's drama, and I feel like now you're in the middle of it. And it made me feel like, did I hire the right person or did I make a mistake? And so Saniy-yah was saying that she didn't mean to get into the middle of the drama, and that wasn't her intention to make anyone feel bad about what happened. Saniy-yah, though, she did walk into a weird situation because prior to her coming to Palm Springs, Kristen had no idea that that was happening. And then all of a sudden, Ev says, okay, well, now I'm getting a stylist out for you, because she didn't like how she was looking up in the biker shorts going to wine tasting. So, there were things that transpired before, and then Saniy-yah came, and then it kind of added fuel to the fire because of her personality. But at the end of the day, I think Ev really saw that Saniy-yah was really genuine. I think Saniy-yah is too. I think Saniy-yah just, it was just all too much. And it just got out of control between her and Kristen. And then Saniah-yah's trying to be friends with Jackie, but doesn't know that Jackie was saying those things about her. So, it just went overhaul from there. But real quick, I was checking out Saniah-yah's Instagram. Girl can braid. Homegirl can braid hair. Wasn't aware of that. I know that she has a lot of talent. She's selling weaves. She's a stylist. She's a mistress, and now, she could braid. Hey, girlfriend, listen, do it, get it how you live it. She could braid. I'm just gonna say that girl is multi-talented. On to my third highlight. So Malaysia and Brandi had met up to talk about what happened in Palm Springs. Real quick, Malaysia, I have never ever heard nobody say ever, and I know a few people from Compton, and I ain't never heard them say, "What's your real thing?" What is that? I've never heard no one say that. If you got an issue with somebody, what's your real thing? That's just, it sounds like something from like 1945. I don't know. I've just never heard of that. I don't know where you're coming from. But anyways, Malaysia was telling Brandi that she feels like the ladies are negative. She feels like she wasn't a plus one because Evelyn's party wasn't even popping enough to become a plus one or to even be a plus one at. She doesn't look like a plus one. And Brandi is saying, well, what is the issue? What is the issue? Well, why do you keep saying, what is the issue, Brandi? Tammy already said, I don't like Brandi because of who she associated with, Duffy, and I felt like she instigated the fight. Now, she has relayed this over to your friend Malaysia. Malaysia, obviously, either the message is missing, something's missing, because Malaysia keeps trying to re-put you back into the group, and from prior seasons, this is the third season now, they don't want you on the show. You're on the show. They technically can't get rid of you like that. I mean, they can, but they're not. They're kind of keeping you around for drama. But why do you want to be around a group of ladies who don't even like you? For a check. I just don't understand that. And Malaysia, technically, at the end of the day, you're still a plus one because you wasn't invited by the person throwing the party. So, now she's saying that Bonnie Jill was coming after her, and if it was the old me back in 99 and 2000 when Cash Money was taking over, I would have popped off. Okay, but why are you getting mad at Bonnie Jill for telling you? Why would you bring your friend into something where she's not welcome? Like, why would you do that? First, you're saying, oh, she had family there in Palm Springs. Now it's, oh, well, she just showed up, and all these different stories keep, no. You invited your girl, you text her, you told her, oh yeah, this is what we doing. She came out, and you kind of set her up for that. You set her up for that trap. So that's on you, Malaysia. On to my fourth highlight. Tammy, Bonnie Jill, and Ev had met up with Shawnee at her house before going to Saniah-yah's barbecue. Saniah-yah's throwing a barbecue. She was telling Evelyn at the nail salon for everyone to come so they could try to hash out their differences and have a good time. And so Bonnie Jill was telling the ladies how Jackie was saying, that Saniy-yah was a liability and she couldn't hang out with somebody like her because she'll end up in jail, which Jackie was saying. Jackie, she gets lit, but she was saying that about that girl. And so Evelyn was saying, well, you know what? I'm about to be real messy and I'm about to tell her, Sanaya, Jackie was talking about you, but she want to be your friend. And then they were talking about how Malaysia had brought Brandi to Evelyn's IVF party, which is basically just a celebration of her doing the treatments to have another baby because she really wants another baby and her children are so adorable. So I hope it does work out for her. But she was just, at the party, Brandi, Malaysia, and it just turned all bad. And Tammy was saying that she feels that Malaysia played everyone because she was sitting up there kikiing and cat-cacking with everyone, but she set everyone up by being fake and bringing this girl to the party knowing nobody wanted her there, or at least Tammy definitely didn't want Brandi there. And since Shawnee is friends with Tammy before Brandi, I'm sure Shawnee felt the same way as well, and she felt ambushed by Brandi. So they were discussing that, but Evelyn, she was like, I'm about to be too lit at this party coming up, so let's go. They got into the van and they rode up to the party, and 10 minutes in, it looked like it got lit. On to my fifth highlight. Here's a breakdown of basically what happened at Saniya's party. Sanaya and Kristen, they made up. Basically, Saniya apologized for making Kristen feel bad, and Kristen had apologized as well because Saniya basically walked into a situation where she really didn't know what was going on prior to her arriving there. So they basically, they got over their little beef. The ladies pulled up. Bonnie, Jill, Evelyn, Tammy, and Shawnee pulled up. Everybody got up to give them a hug pulled up to the barbecue, I mean. And of course, Malaysia sat there looking sour with that little, I don't know, that little cat suit she had on. And then when the ladies had all sat down, Malaysia and Tammy had got into it, which Malaysia started it because she feels like Tammy didn't speak to her at Jackie's party, which Tammy said that she didn't even see Malaysia because it was so much going on. She didn't even see her come in, which I believe. I mean, you got people that's whipping you. You got people that's running around breast out, cheeks out, coming from the ceiling, all kinds of craziness. Jackie running around with a collar. But, she was like, I didn't see you, but why are you starting an issue with me? Because I didn't have the issue with you. I had the issue with Brandi, which I told you 25 times, and you're not listening. I sat down with you in private, and I sat down with you in a group, and you still brought this girl to the party and basically ambushed me, and the fact that you're a +1. And so I'm not a +1. I never was a +1. So Evelyn said, well, technically you are a +1 because Jackie is the one who invited you. Oh, I didn't know that because I was there to celebrate procreation. Procreation. You're not using the word in the right context. I have to agree with Tammy. I don't know why you think that word was appropriate. It was supposed to be IVF. This whole episode, I feel like you haven't been speaking English. Like I don't know what's going on here in Malaysia, but I feel like you haven't been speaking English the whole time. I don't know what you're saying. But it was an IVF party and you were +1 and then you +1 someone else. And oh, but Brandi, she has family that are in Palm Springs. Well, we all know that's not true because like Shawnee was saying, and Palm Springs is majority retired white people. Come on now. You knew, you finally admitted, Malaysia finally admitted, oh, I texted Brandi where we were going. Yeah, and then she showed up, and that you as a friend should have said, you know what, I'm not going to bring you to the party because I don't want to bring you into the lion's den. I don't want to do that to you. But as a friend, you didn't do that, and you decided to throw her into this whole situation, which caused for everyone to get up and leave. Well, most of the party to get up and leave. The main people, Evelyn, Shawnee, and Tammy left. And the party was for Evelyn. So, girl. And then you two left. So it's like, girl, half the party was gone. So they get into it, and then Evelyn says, well, and then Malaysia says, well, what's your issue with me? And Evelyn says, well, I thought you weren't going to be here. And so Shani is so cute. And so Evelyn thought Brandi and Malaysia were not going to be here because it's as Shani says, well, we thought it was a substance issue. Well, you don't have no substance. I feel like you don't have no substance either. Well, I don't have to have any substance, boo. It's my show. It was my idea, boo. Who gonna put me off my own show? Just saying. My name is in the credits. Who gonna put me off my own show? So with this tip for tat, Shani was saying high school stuff. That's where we're at here. That's the problem. So then Evelyn, Jackie's like, well, I need to know what my issue is with everyone because I need to know. And so Evelyn drops the bomb. Boom. Of course, with Tammy. Or with Jackie, I'm sorry. Well, Jackie, you were talking about Saniy-yah by saying that she was a liability. That's what Bonnie Jill said. And Kristen backed Bonnie Jill, and she said, no, yeah, you did. You said all that. Well, I don't know what you want, Kristen, but you want some different stuff. And Bonnie Jill, we went on a double date, and we went on this, and we went on that, and I introduced you to my husband. So, Bonnie Jill introduced you to her man, too. Doesn't change the fact that you didn't say that. Just changes the fact that we went out someplace, but you definitely did say that. So Jackie is like Tasmanian devil and basically breaks up the party because Bonnie Jill was like, I'm out of here. Bye, too grown for this. I'm done with this. 40-year-old women is up in here fighting. And of course, Evelyn was quiet because Evelyn knows she pop off with the pop off. Shani trying to hold crazy Jackie back and just doing the most. But basically, that is what happened at the barbecue. So I cannot wait to see what happens next week with the ladies again. But yeah, Malaysia, I definitely agree with Shani. Malaysia doesn't have a lot of content, not a lot of substance. I don't really know what her place is on the show other than being the other ladies' friends. I don't know. But positive news about Tammy. So she has a movie coming out with Lil Mama and Lance Gross called When Love Kills. The film is going to be featured on TV1. It's going to premiere June 15th, tomorrow, Thursday. And it's going to be at the American Black Film Festival in Florida. So they're holding that this week. So that's really, really dope. So congratulations to Tammy. She is out there making that shmoney. And that is it for you guys. Please make sure you subscribe. I will definitely see you guys next week. Have a good evening.